What's going on, my Century Internet? It's the Sentiment here. So this is my review of Elimination Chamber 2023. This is the final main roster pay-per-view before WrestleMania 39 in LA in April. The final stop on the road to Mania 39. So this show is in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. 5 matches on the card. So the first match to kick off Elimination Chamber 2023. We got the women's Elimination Chamber match. Winner face Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's title at WrestleMania 39. So the competitors in the women's chamber match, we got Asuka, Liv Morgan, Carmella, the home country girl Natalya, Raquel Rodriguez, and Nikki Cross. Good opener, good chamber match, but not an all-time classic. One more in the match, you had Raquel Rodriguez almost killed Nikki Cross to death. She rammed Nikki Cross through one of the chamber pods. Typical chamber spots. If you watch like elimination chamber matches in the past in WWE wrestling, you see someone going through one of the pods inside of the chamber. Nikki Cross was the first person to be eliminated in the women's chamber match. For me, there were a lot of head scratching moments in this chamber match. I think it was 2. It might be 2. Anyway, so head scratching moment number 1. The second person to be eliminated is Liv Morgan. She didn't got tapped out. She passed out. You had Natalya. By the way, she's the home country girl, like I said, because this show's in Canada. It's in Montreal. Natalya's Canadian, even though her dad's from America. But she's from Calgary. Anyway, so Natalya locked Liv with the sharpshooter, and Asuka locked Liv with, I think it's a half crossface, I'm not too sure. Instead of Liv tapping out, she passed out. I was a bit pissed off because in my predictions video, I predicted Liv or Asuka winning the chamber match. Like Liv being the second person to be eliminated is a bit disappointed because Liv in 2022 had a good year. You know, winning the women's Money in the Bank ladder match, winning the SmackDown Women's title, and also appeared on, I think it was on an episode of Chucky, got killed by Chucky the Evil Doll. If you watch Child's Play movies over the years, you know, she got killed by Chucky. But like, I don't know, she got, you know, like it's very funny, like survived the final. She was the final 2 in the women's Rumble match last month, and then fast forward 1 month later, and she was the second person to be eliminated in this chamber match. You know, it's a bit disappointed. I wish like Liv have a proper run in the chamber match. You know, survive, go into the final stages of the chamber match. That was head scratching moment number 1. Head scratching number 2 is Carmella surviving the longest. She should be the first person to be eliminated. Let's be honest, Carmella is trash, man. Yeah, she improved a bit, but that's not saying too much. She is trash, man. She was better off being like a manager, like a valet, but like she is like not that good in the ring. You know, I don't know what I see with Carmella, man. You know, I'm sick of it over the years, like WWE pushing like women for their looks instead of their talent. I'm sick of it. You know, what's that accomplished? Nothing. Anyway, in this match, she didn't do nothing. She was playing the chicken shit heel, like hiding in one of the chamber pods. But she just mostly super kicking people. Like I think she super kicked Raquel Rodriguez to eliminate her. Asuka and Carmella like eliminated Natalya. You know, yeah. Another reason, another thing about Natalya. No disrespect to her. You know, she had an okay performance in this chamber match, but the only reason why she like was there because she's from Canada, pleasing the Canadian fans, even though like the show's in Montreal and Natalya's from Calgary, and that's a bit another head scratching moment number 3 for me. The final 2 is Asuka and Carmella, man. Asuka got the victory. She made Carmella tap out. I think it was the Asuka lot to win this match, and she's going to face Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's title at WrestleMania 39 in April. Like I said, this was a good chamber match, but not an all-time classic. You know, there have been better ones over the years. I don't know. I think it's a bit weaker for me. Like they lack a field of good competitors in this chamber match. You know, They should have had fucking Bailey and Becky in this chamber match, replace like Nikki Cross and Carmella, or Natalia, that's just me. But anyway, I'm happy with Asuka, man. I think she is marketable with her mask, and I think she needs to turn heel, Asuka, man. I think so far, like, I think she's gone stale as a babyface. I think a heel run for Asuka would be good for her. Like, I think they missed the boat on her turning heel. Great example, like she like spitting mist on opponents, spitting the green mist. I think they missed the boat on that. Like that was something like heels would do. Like, I think she was better off as a heel. I think like the stuff with the green mist. I hope she brings that back. I think she'd still do the green mist stuff. Spitting her opponents with the green mist. But besides that, I think doing a babyface versus babyface match, sometimes it could be a good thing and sometimes it could be a bad thing. But anyway, so I'm looking forward to Asuka and Bianca in LA in April. I think it might be a good match. I don't know who's gonna win. You have to wait until I do my predictions for WrestleMania 39 Night 1 and Night 2. Overall, like I said, good chamber match, but not an all-time classic. So match number two. This is the only worst match on the show, or bad match of the show. So we got Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley 3. It started last year. I think it was at Royal Rumble or Elimination Chamber when Bobby Lashley won the WWE title from Brock Lesnar. It was after the help by Roman Reigns. That should set up like Lesnar Reigns at WrestleMania 38 in Texas of last year. Then they fought in the rematch months later at Crown Jewel. That Lesnar got his win back. So this is the third match of this rivalry. It extended for a year. It started 1 year ago, and 1 year on, you got the third match. This was not good. Like Lesnar and Bobby Lashley, there's no chemistry between both guys. Just because they compete in MMA, like Brock Lesnar compete in the UFC, Bobby Lashley compete. I think he compete in Bellator. I think it was Bellator, or some kind of small MMA promotion. I think it is Bellator. I'm not too sure. But there's no chemistry. People cry out for a Bobby Lashley Brock Lesnar match for years. They want to see two brutes going at it. For this match is typical Brock Lesnar match. Suplex, F5, F5, F5. Sometimes you can see Brock locking his opponents with the Kimura lock. I don't like this MMA version of Brock Lesnar. I never liked it since Brock came back in the company in 2012. I don't want to see that. Some people, not all, but some people don't like the MMA UFC version of Brock Lesnar. They just want to see old school Brock from 2002, 2003, wearing the black tights, doing the technical, I also call it, you could say technical style / mat ring, in-ring match style of Brock Lesnar, because Bobby and Brock were former amateur professional wrestlers, not professional wrestlers, but amateur wrestlers before they became professional wrestlers. We wanted to see that, but instead we never got it. It's just F5, F5, F5. Lashley hit Lesnar, not one, not two, but 3 spears, and never got the job done because Lesnar kicked out of the 3 spears by Lashley. In the end, Lashley trying to lock in the hurt lock onto Bobby Lashley. Sorry, not Bobby Lashley. Brock Lesnar. Sorry, Lashley trying to lock in the hurt lock onto Lesnar. Sorry, it was a brain freeze moment. So Lesnar low blow Lashley while he's trying to lock in the hurt lock. So the match ended in disqualification. Then Brock Lesnar got pissed. He hit the referee with the F5. Lashley also with another F5. And then, and Lesnar hit Lashley with an F5 onto the announce table. Then he hit the referee with the F5 onto the floor. And that was it. So this is just setting up a rematch at WrestleMania 39. Yes, it's going to set up Lesnar-Lashley 4. They need to do a stipulation match if they do in the 4th match at WrestleMania. Because this is similar to the Brock and Roman rivalry took place in 2015, 18, 21, and 22. I like the last man standing match at SummerSlam last year, but the other matches are disappointing. It's just a one-on-one match. It was ending it. It's just kind of bland. It's kind of bland. I wish they had more like a stipulation, like similar to the Roman and Brock match at SummerSlam. They had the last man standing match. That was a really good match. Um, I wish they like do like an I Quit match or like an Iron Man match. You know, that could be good. It was fresh things up a little bit, but instead, I don't know. Like I think they're gonna do a Lesnar Lashley 4 match at WrestleMania because Lesnar always wrestle at WrestleMania. Um, because he's still in good shape. Both guys are in good shape, but typical Lesnar schedule. He only shows up when it going into the big four pay-per-views like Survivor Series, Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and even like a Saudi Arabia show with it's like a Super Showdown or a Crown Jewel. I don't know, but I hope they need a stipulation match in the fourth match of the rivalry between Lesnar and Lashley. If not, I don't want to see the fourth match. So let's move on to the next match. So anyway, so the next match, this is the second or third best match of the night. This is a mixed tag team match. We got the WWE Hall of Famers Edge and Beth Phoenix, the Glamazon, taking on Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley with Dominic of the Judgment Day. This was a really good match. I really enjoyed this match. Beth Phoenix was had a face paint on her face because I'm guessing it's referencing the Japanese wrestler Bull Nakano. She's called Bull Nakano. She wrestled in the WWF in the 90s. She's like a Joshi Japanese wrestler from the 80s. Look her up. It's a good like homage and respect. I think she grew up watching Bull Nakano, and I think her rivalry in the WWF was Alundra Blaze, aka Medusa. Anyway, so the whole bulk of the match is between Rhea and Beth because the test of strength, they close-like each other. One more of the match, Beth suplex Rhea Ripley off the top rope. That was the sickest suplex I've ever seen. The fans in Montreal, they were booing Dominic. I think they were chanting "Fuck you, Dominic." Dominic did got involved. He didn't really hurt this match a lot. I think he helped this match. Trying to help his mommy win this match. Like Rhea is not Dominic's mother. Dominic's mother is Angela. She's the wife of Rey Mysterio, by the way. Anyway, so Edge and and also some moments of the match, they're stopping Beth, tagging in Edge, her husband, to perform the hot tag. That was good. Finn, like, I think he tripping over, kind of grab Edge's foot and like throw Edge off the ring apron. That was good to stop the hot tag before ever happened. So anyway, and also later on in the match, you had Edge and Beth locked in I don't call it a sharpshooter, man. Because sharpshooter, you're laying on the opponent's back. I think it's like an alternative version of the sharpshooter. It's not the Rock's version of it. I think I would, it's like Edge's sharpshooter. It's really cool to see. Beth and Edge locking the sharpshooters on both Finn and Rhea, and then I think Dominic interfered, and Dominic gave Rhea the brass knuckles, hit Edge. I'm talking about Rhea, by the way. Rhea hit Edge in the back of the head with the brass knuckles, and then you thought, the Judgment Day is going to win. Unfortunately, that's not the case. Beth broke up the pin, or the near fall. She break up the pinfall. It is the near fall. It's the same thing actually. Anyway, so they did a reference to the I Quit match at Extreme Rules of last year between Finn Balor and Edge, when Rhea is about to crack Beth Phoenix's head like a coconut. Beth got away. She hit Rhea Ripley with the Glam Slam on the floor. Edge hit the spear onto Dominic. In the end, Edge and Beth hit the Shattered Machine onto Finn Balor. It's because that's the Shattered Machine is the Revival's finisher. Right now is FTR in AEW to win this match. So Edge and Beth won this match. I was predicting that the Judgment Day will get the win because Rhea she's gonna face Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Women's title at WrestleMania. You need to build Rhea strong. She needs to look strong. I think she had a good performance. I think she didn't take the pinfall. That's good. And they got me thinking that I heard rumors they still continue to do this rivalry between Edge and Finn Balor and the Judgment Day. I think they're gonna have one more match at WrestleMania, and that was it. So I thought this is the blow off, but yeah, they need to blow off this rivalry between Edge and the Judgment Day. Who's gonna win the battle and the war? As for Rhea Ripley, I think if she wins the SmackDown Women's title at WrestleMania 39, I think she is going to branch off on her own, because at this moment in time, she's bigger than the Judgment Day. I think she gained so much momentum. When she joined the Judgment Day, I think she lost so much momentum. I think that match against Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania 36 kind of hurt her momentum. Yeah, they had her like on chase mode, going after the championship. I think it's the Raw Women's title. Don't think she gone for the SmackDown Women's title. And then, yeah, she teamed up with Nikki, Almost a Hero, when Nikki was doing the superhero gimmick, they become WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. But I think her in the Judgment Day was a career revival for her. I think at this moment in time, she is about to branch off on her own. I think she probably, after WrestleMania 39, I think she's going to go getting away from the Judgment Day. I think that Judgment Day was still around. I don't think the group's going to be disbanded. I think, I think Dominic will probably be still in the group. Damian Priest he'll be still in the group. Finn's going to be still in the group. I don't think it's over yet. But I think the rivalry between Edge and the Judgment Days, the rivalry is nearly at an end. That's my 2 cents on it. So besides that, I think I like this match between Edge, Beth versus Rhea and Finn. So let's move on to the next match. That was match number 3, by the way. Match number 4, we got the men's Elimination Chamber match for the United States Championship. We got Austin Theory defending the United States Championship against Seth freaking Rollins, Johnny Gargano, aka Johnny Wrestling, Bronson Reed, Damian Priest, and Montez Ford. Yeah, almost forgot his name. Montez Ford represent the Street Profits. This was a good match. I think it's a bit better than the women's chamber match from earlier. I really like it. Montez Ford really bumped his ass off. Like one more of the match, he climbed on the top of the chamber structure and did that spot off the cell structure. It's similar to what John Morrison did in that Raw chamber match from Elimination Chamber 2011. It's kind of sick, and if you do it wrong, you could badly be hurt or dead. He did a move off the top of the chamber structure and onto the 5 other competitors. Bronson Reed was a beast, doing big power moves. I think he rammed Damian Priest onto the cell pod, or the chamber pod. My apologies. This is a chamber match, not a cell match. But this time Priest didn't went through the chamber pod. I was a bit slightly disappointed, but anyway, so Johnny Gargano hit Bronson Reed with a reverse scissor hurricane runner? I don't know what it's called. I thought like one of them's gonna get their neck broken, but glad they didn't. Bronson Reed was the first person who got eliminated because all the wrestlers, I think it's Seth and Gargano, I think Montez Ford hitting their finishers. Seth Rollins with the Gargano with the one final beat, Rollins with the curb stomp, and Montez Ford, I think it was on top of the top rope or one of the chamber pods. He hit the from the heavens to eliminate Bronson Reed. The third person got eliminated. Second person got eliminated was Johnny Gargano. I think like you had Seth and Gargano, fighting on top one of the chamber pods. One of them did like a hurricane runner off the chamber pod. Hurricane runner one of the opponents off the chamber pod. That was kind of sick. I'm not too sure. Is it Seth or Johnny Gargano? I'm not too sure. Anyway, so Johnny Gargano was the second person to be eliminated. Got eliminated by Damian Priest. Priest hit the Razor's Edge. Most they call it the Judgment Day's Edge. No opponent to Edge. Anyway, so Priest eliminated Johnny Gargano. Then Priest got eliminated by Seth Rollins and Montez Ford. I think it was a blockbuster and a powerbomb combo, and then the final 3 is Seth Rollins, Montez Ford and Austin Theory. Theory was mostly a punching bag throughout this chamber match, and also like the Canadian crowd, you could tell they really get behind Seth Rollins. They were singing his theme music, you could tell like he's over. Anyway, so Montez Ford got eliminated. I think Theory eliminated Ford after Rollins hit Ford with the curb stomp. I call it the curb stomp. They just call it the stomp, but I call it the curb stomp. Anyway, so the final two is Seth Rollins and Johnny Gargano. You thought like I was predicting that Seth's gonna win the United States title, but unfortunately that's not the case. Out comes Logan Paul, attacks Seth Rollins, hits him with his own stump, and Austin Theory hit the A downtown for the win and retained the United States title. I knew that Logan Paul's gonna interfere. I didn't say it in my predictions video. I saw a picture of Logan Paul interfered Seth Rollins. I knew this is gonna sell Seth Rollins, Logan Paul, WrestleMania 39. I could tell because he eliminated Seth Rollins at the Royal Rumble match last month, and then 1 month later he cost Seth Rollins the United States title Elimination Chamber match. So this is gonna set up Rollins, Logan Paul, WrestleMania 39. Because I think he said like Rollins talking shit towards Logan Paul on social media, probably on Twitter. I don't know. So anyway, so Austin Theory retained the United States title. He didn't really do. I don't think he had a great performance because, like I said, he got his ass beaten. I'm not a big fan of Austin Theory as the United States champion. He doesn't do nothing for me. I don't get it. The gimmick, I think he was handily picked by Vince McMahon. I think his push is so forced. They overpushed Austin Theory. I don't find it so organic. Anyway, so. Yeah, it's just what it is, man. I don't want to get into it. I was a bit pissed off, but besides that, I think it was a good match, a good chamber match. Like I said, like the women's match, not an all-time classic, but it was a fun chamber match to watch for both the men and the women. So moving on to the main event that people are paying to see. The two guys you see on this poster on your screens right now. This match is for the Undisputed WWE Universal Championship. We got Roman Reigns, the longest reigning Undisputed Universal Champion, the tribal chief of the bloodline, with Paul Heyman in his corner, defending the title against the hometown boy, Sami Zayn. You could tell, like, this is magical. I really like this match, I think this match of the night, you could tell, like, the people in Montreal really got behind Sami. Like I said, he is the hometown boy. They were booing Roman Reigns out of the building. You could tell the boos Roman Reigns gets, they're not like shoving down people's throats boos. You could tell they're heel boos. You could tell they're booing Roman properly as a heel. Like, Roman has been the best thing for this product for almost 3 years, man. I think people like don't like Roman. It's their opinion. They don't like. They just never have been a Roman Reigns fan. More power to you. For me, I think I think he made it work. I think he's getting over, getting popular. I think one day if they turned him heel, babyface, I think he'll be like The Rock. Look at The Rock. Rock. They made him as Rocky Maivia, using his dad's name and his granddad's name. And yeah, he was. I think he was over pushed. His push was so forced when he won the Intercontinental title, and the fans really getting sick of Rocky Maivia. You're getting shoved down people's throats. A lot of die Rocky die chants, Rocky sucks chants. The Rock kind of reinvented himself as The Rock. Be part of the Nation of Domination. He got cheered. When the Nation was disbanded. Then turn heel again, be part of the corporation, become the corporate champ, and by the time he turned babyface, he was the most over guy. I think when they're gonna turn Roman Reigns babyface, I think he's gonna get the same treatment. He's a fucking. I think at this moment in time he's kind of like turning into a megastar. There's rumors like Roman's going to Hollywood. I don't want to get into it. That's another video for another time. Anyway, let's talk about this match. This is match of the night. This is, you can tell the fans get behind Sami, booing Roman Reigns. They were chanting, "Fuck you, Roman. Roman sucks." Roman going in the face of Sami Zayn's wife. Like he said, like you should be part of this family. I provide for you. Anyway, Sammy, I think the company they made Sammy like believe that he's gonna win the title. You know, I knew that Roman's gonna win. Spoiler: he did win this match. You know, they made think that Sammy had one chance to beat Roman Reigns for the Universal title. You know, I think they did a good job. You know, Sammy did well. I feel like overcome this big. It's basically speed and agility versus strength. Roman Reigns is about the strength. Sami Zayn is about the agility, the speed. Like one in the match, he did like the dive through the ring post. That was good. I haven't seen him doing that spot in years. I said to myself like every time I'm worried that if he do that spot a lot often, he end up like injured himself. But you know, I'm glad he's a professional. Glad he executed that move properly. Anyway, so it was really good. You know, it was kind of like a lot of whistle blowing in this match. You know, with the referee bumps and the interference by the Bloodline. Only one member of the Bloodline. You had Sammy hitting his own version of the Superman punch. I wish they called him the Sammy punch. That'd be cool to see. The Sammy punch. You know, the two guys doing Superman punches in professional wrestling. You got Orange Cassidy hitting his own version of the Superman punch called the Orange Punch, and Roman Reigns with the Superman punch. Yeah, I wish they call Sami Zayn's Superman punch the Sammy punch. That'd be cool. That'd be good. Anyway, so he hit his own version of the Sammy punch on the Roman Reigns, then hit him with the Vuna kick. I think, yeah, the referee was knocked out. I think he did kicked out with the second Vuna kick. I'm not too sure. I lost track on it. Anyway, so. Anyway, there were a lot. Yeah, you had only Jimmy Uso interfered because no Solo Sikoa. I don't know what Solo Sikoa is in. Is he injured? I don't know. You know, I feel like Roman is just with his cousin, without his other cousin, without Jey Uso. I don't know what happened to Solo Sikoa. I don't know what happened to him. But anyway, so Jimmy Uso trying to help Roman win this match, but it backfired. I think Sammy kicked out, and then Paul Heyman gave Roman Reigns the chair, and then out comes Jey Uso, and this is a like a good moment. You know, what side Jey Uso is going to be on? Is he going to help Roman Reigns, his cousin, help to beat Sammy to retain his title, or is he going to turn on Roman? If they did that, unfortunately, spoiler, he ended up didn't, you know. But if he did turn on Roman Reigns, that'd be another biggest face turn in today's professional wrestling not landscape, but in today's wrestling, you know. Like Sammy's face turn was the biggest face turn in recent years. You know, it's been a long time since you get that good reaction on a good face turn. Anyway, so Roman passed Jey the chair. And he was hesitating, you know, doesn't want to do it because, like you can tell, Jey Uso and Sami Zayn starting to develop a friendship. Anyway, so Sami Zayn accidentally hit Jey Uso with the spear by mistake, and then Roman hit Sami with the chair multiple times, hit the spear, pins him, and retained the Universal title. I knew it's gonna happen, so I'll get to more of the aftermath shortly. So afterwards, just Jimmy Uso attacking Sami Zayn even more. The out comes Kevin Owens, his Sami's best friend, came to the ring, attack Jey Uso, hit him with the spear. Then Paul Heyman hitting Kevin Owens with the weakest punch of his life. Owens hit Heyman with the Stone Cold Stunner, took a worse bump, and I saw pictures of him on the next night on Raw with Paul Heyman wearing a neck brace. You know, that's kind of funny. You know, it's kayfabe. You know, he didn't actually broke his neck. You know, trying to sell the move that it's devastating. Devastating. Anyway, so and then Sammy, I think he hit Roman with the chair and the Vuna kick, and that was it. And what's going on? My conspiracy is that they're gonna I think this is gonna set up Roman and Cody at WrestleMania 39. This is gonna be the main event of night 2. But I think there's some conspiracy that it's gonna be a triple threat match: Roman, Cody, Sammy for the championship. I don't want to see a fatal 4-way. You know, Roman, Cody, Sammy, and Kevin. I don't think they're gonna do that. You know, That's my one conspiracy. The other conspiracy, I think they're gonna do a tag team match. What side? I think maybe Jey Uso probably like basically sort out the differences between Roman Reigns and the Bloodline. I can see Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus the Usos for the Undisputed Tag Team Championships at WrestleMania 39. I think on paper sounds good because I don't think Kevin and Sami won the tag team titles. They haven't tag team for a long time since what 2016 or was it 2017, 2018? I think they broke away from 2019, but they haven't tag along in years. I think for them that'd be a good. I think they could set up a good moment at WrestleMania. I think like at the time, I think the Bloodlines reigns as the world champion and the tag team champions is at an end. I don't know about Jey Uso. I think there's rumors like Jey Uso's starting to branch out on his own. I don't know that gonna backfire, man. I don't want to get into that, but anyway, I like the Bloodline. I hope Roman form. If Jey goes and like I don't know. I think he needs more like members in that group, but this is some random rumors that Nia Jax could be part of that group. I think she makes sense because she is the Rock's cousin. I think she'll fit in that group pretty damn well but I don't want to see Nia in the ring. I don't know, man. Never say never. But anyway, I don't know. This conspiracy. We'll have to wait until we got the rest of February, the rest of March until April. We could see a triple threat match, or Roman or Cody, or Usos versus Kevin and Sami for the tag team titles. We don't know. We have to wait until there. So anyway, it was a good match of the night. Go and watch it. It's there for the storytelling of what for Sami Zayn, and also before we get to my final reign of the show, it really cool if they did. I wish they did. Sami Zayn won this title on the show. Wins the title, and Roman Reigns' lengthy reign as the Universal Champion. He's held the belt for almost three years. It'd be a good moment for him, and then on the next SmackDown, he can drop the belt back to Roman, and then you can set up like Roman and Cody, or maybe still do the triple threat. That's just me. You have to wait until find out how they're gonna fill in the jigsaw of WrestleMania 39. I think you got some two matches, or some matches kind of confirmed. You got Ronda, you got Charlotte Flair versus Rhea, Bianca versus Asuka. Likely it's going to be Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul, and don't know if they're going to do Roman and Cody or a triple threat match between Roman, Cody, or Sami. We have to wait until we get to April. Anyway, so my final reign for WrestleMania, not WrestleMania, my apologies. I got WrestleMania 39 in the brain, by the way. So my final overall rating of Elimination Chamber 2023, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Fuck it, let's give it a 9.5 out of 10. I was giving it an 8, but I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. Fuck, no, let's give it a 9 out of 10. I think this was in my opinion, this is one of the pay-per-views of the year, even though the year of 2023 is still young. This is a really good show. The Montreal crowd is good. It's so red hot throughout this whole show. The only match in the bad for me has to be Lesnar Lashley 3. I don't know if they're gonna do Lesnar Lashley 4 at WrestleMania. Got to wait and find out. But I think the rest of the show, the 4 matches on the show, was good. I like the 2 chamber matches. The women's chamber match for me had a lot of head-scratching moments, but it was still a good chamber match. I also like the men's chamber match for the Elimination Chamber, for the United States title. Sorry, chamber match in the brain, but I like the men's chamber match on the show, and also like the mixed tag team match: Edge, Beth Phoenix versus Rhea Ripley and Finn Balor of the Judgment Day. And also I like the main event, Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn. So yeah, I think it was a good show. I give it 2 thumbs up. Anyway, what's your thoughts of Elimination Chamber 2023? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Smash the like button, click the like, click the bell, subscribe to the Central Man Network on YouTube. Be part of the Central Unit for more wrestling videos and more. And this is the Central Man officially signing out. Check you later. And that's my review of Elimination Chamber 2023.